Hi everyone, in today's three pile tarot, I will be focusing on careers, finances, jobs, personal growth and challenges and money matters. So we have pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. You choose video to follow. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. Now this reading is about careers, finances, jobs, personal growth, etc. So let's just see what we've got when we look at your oracle cards first. You've got the Queen. Wow. You've got the Queen. You've got Journey. Prayer. Now prayer is related to the solar plexus and solving a problem here. And you've also got make a point, but that's in reverse. Okay, so let's just talk about these cards here in relation to finances, your personal growth within your career. The Queen reminds me of someone who wants to get to the top, or you're trying to get to the top of something and you're really working hard at this. The journey for you is your ambition over something here. That card prayer is really what you want to happen within your career here, and you're on this journey to make that happen. But because make a point is in reverse, it may be the cards may be advising you to step up in order to become the queen bee. This is what comes to mind when I look at that. In order to become the queen at whatever it is that you're doing, the top of your game, you're on a journey to do that. Your prayer for this particular financial situation you're in is that your prayers will be answered when it comes to you being on top of something within it. We are talking about finances and personal growth within your job situation here, your career. But this journey that you're on, it's still ongoing, because make a point is in reverse. So you need to, in order to be on point, you have to work a little bit harder, I think, before you can go further within this situation. I'm going to take some tarot to see if I can enlighten anything here, give us more information about what it is that you've picked, that you're going through when it comes to your finances, personal growth within your finances and your jobs and all that sort of thing. So let's just see what we get when we pick 3 tarot first, and then we'll go from there. Right, now, right, okay, so it's not your conditioning, the conditioning card there. Now that conditioning card is the devil in a normal pack. It's the idea here of how you are looking at something. It's in reverse. So that tells me, because you've got the Queen, right, and you've got that make a point in reverse, you've also got conditioning in reverse. You are not going to conform to the normal way of getting further on within your career. You're not a yes man, is what comes to mind here. You're not a yes man. You're on this journey to get yourself further up the ladder, but you are not going to do it by being a yes man, if that makes sense. That's who you are. You're not going to make a point of something here by just saying yes when you know the answer should be no, if that makes sense there, because make a point is in reverse. The conditioning card is in reverse. You're not going to be conditioned to the rules of the game, if that's what makes sense. Now that 8 of Cups there, letting go, is you letting go of a situation here rather than become a sheep within it. That 8 of Cups is your journey here is about letting go of something, walking away from something on your journey, walking away from it, rather than becoming a yes man, if that makes sense. That's what's coming to my head all the time, a yes man. Rather than becoming that, you may be deciding to walk away from something because you don't want to be following the same crowd. There could be something going on within your world, in your career, where You've got someone in charge who's you don't agree with, and you're making a point of not agreeing with them by walking away from a situation, going on a new journey maybe within this situation, because whatever it is that's going on in the workplace here, you're not agreeing with those in power, if that makes sense. Politics, wow, there you go. You couldn't get that any clearer. That politics card is the sneakiness and the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. You are not a part of that. You don't want to be a part of that sneakiness. Climbing up a ladder by just going along with the crowd is not the way you play things. That politics card, the card of two faces, is something that you are not. Because you've got making a point, which is in reverse, and you've got the conditioning card with the devil, which is in reverse. In order for you to get on top of the game here, you may need to let something go and walk away from it with that journey. It may not be the right place for you to be in. Either that, or the person who's in charge of this is found out for what they're doing is wrong with that politics card. Your prayers will be answered if that's the case, and then you're making a point here. Could be, instead of being in reverse, could be enlightened here, and the journey then that you would be on would be the top of your game, because something here with these two cards, the conditioning, which is the devil in reverse, and the politics card, something here is going on behind the scenes within your career, your finances, your personal growth within the career aspect of this reading. There's something going on behind the scenes that you've either got to let go of, or someone around you is having to be let go in order for the rest to move forward. I hope that's making sense so far. Let's just see if I can get any more tarot to kind of clarify this. But for those of you who've chosen pile 1, there's a situation here where there's something going on behind the scenes that you are not happy with. You're not going to follow the crowd. You're not going to just let it lie, because you've got conditioning in reverse. You can't maybe let it go. And you're hoping with the prayer card and this problem that needs to be solved, you're hoping, or you're praying for a solution that will allow this situation to move forward without you having to move away from it. Like behind the scenes, something else is going on. You're waiting for something to happen in order for you to follow on with your journey. You might have to move forward, move on, maybe here with another avenue for you, because you're not happy with what's going on behind the scenes. That card, politics, well, that's what it's like a lot in these jobs, isn't it? Commerce, and the higher you get up the ladder, there's a lot of politics goes on. Backstabbing comes to mind as well. So let's just see if I can say anything else. Right. That 4 of Wands, it's crossing the conditioning card. Now the conditioning card, as I said, is you not following the crowd. You not following what's going on because you don't like the politics of it. That 4 of Wands is you being invited, maybe in this situation, to a meeting in order to discuss it. The door is being opened for you to discuss your concerns, maybe to journey forward with this meeting and discuss your concerns over this situation, whatever it is that's going on within your world. But don't forget, we've got making a point, which is in reverse. So it may be a case of no matter what you say, it's going to go one way anyway. So you're thinking of just letting it all go, because you don't feel as if you've got a voice maybe over this. But that 4 of Wands tells me that you have had an invite, an interview, or something here to talk something out, or to journey forward with another idea. You've got the Queen there. That's you on top of your game. That's you expressing an opinion and not following this crowd here with the conditioning in reverse, the devil in reverse, and politics. I'm making a point. It's as if you can't speak your truth here. You may be letting go of something because you can't speak out. You've got journey, you've got prayer, you've got an invite. Now the invite may be the answer to your prayers, because you might be allowed to say what you want to say here. Let's just see what else we've got. Wow. You got the Two of Wands. Now the Two of Wands is your next move. Letting go, it's actually crossing letting go. Now letting go is about moving forward with something, or letting go of something that's been gone on in the past that's hurt in some way. You are contemplating here as to whether to move away from a job, move away from a situation here where there's a lot of political two-facedness going on behind the scenes. Because conditioning, the devil is in reverse, you are not being sucked in by it. You're not. Making a point is just that it's in reverse. You feel as if you can't speak out because the politics here are never going to go in your favour. That's the feeling here. But when I come down the reading and I look at the prayer, which is the solar plexus and how you are going to solve a problem, your prayer may be answered in as much as you're being invited to something else is going on within your world, maybe another job, so you're letting go of the old ways here, and you've been invited to another job within this situation, for instance. Or it could be that because this has gone on and you're the one speaking out, in as much as you are not going to go with the crowd here, it could be that you are being invited to an interview to talk about it. Whatever way we look at it, there's a prayer being answered here. There's a solving of a problem here within this situation. And the journey card is just that, you moving forward. You've got that Two of Wands as you contemplating which way to move on a situation, if that's making sense. Wow. That's a lovely card to have, the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Pentacles is about nurturing yourself, nurturing the situation, letting go of the stress maybe of it, and moving forward, but with your own interests at heart, your own interests, and not listening to other people, your own interests in how you want to grow this situation. That Queen of Pentacles tells me that you are grounded enough and mature enough to know which way to go within your situation. The politics card, which is the Seven of Swords, is the childish aspect, if you like, of whatever it is, either the personality of the person who's pulling the strings here, the childish aspect of it. But you are the mature, this one is here, which is crossing it, is the mature aspect of this situation, the grounded aspect of it, the aspect where you sit around a table and you talk something through, or you decide to let something go and you move forward with another idea, you journey on. You've got a few options here within this little reading. I'm just going to take, if I can, I want to follow through after the Queen of Pentacles has come up. I just want to follow through and see what would happen next within this. Wow, I'm going to take those two because they fell out. Wow, look at this. You've got the Five of Wands, which is about the battles and the arguments that's going on within this situation. And then you've got the Three of Cups here, which is the celebration and then coming together in celebration, coming together with work colleagues or friends and celebrating something here. It may be that you've had a battle at work. Things have not gone how they should have gone. Perhaps there's been politics behind the scenes here with pile one. And you've been waiting for answers. Perhaps there's been a dismissal that was not fair within this situation. You haven't been able to speak about it because making a point is in reverse. This is you with the devil. It's in reverse. You are chained to something that you can't free yourself from here. That's what's coming here. Maybe with the Queen aspect of this reading, they're the bosses or the person who's dismissed you in an unfair way. Politics come into the mix here with the politics and lies card. But your prayer in this situation may be answered here, because You're on a journey, you're trying to find the answers, you're being invited to something, maybe a meeting about this situation. If you're going through some sort of, a claim for unfair dismissal, for instance, you're being invited to the interview, you're being invited to a meeting. The battles that have gone on are going to go in your favour. You're thinking about your next move. Do you move on and forget about it, or do you ground this situation here in a very mature way with that Queen of Pentacles and look after you? Or by looking after you, you're also looking after the workforce, because you're the one speaking out so that this doesn't go on within your workforce, if that makes sense. The bullying, the lies. That's the battle that you're going through, or you've just been through. But the outcome of this situation is celebration. So the person, or the top people within this situation are going to be found out there with that politics and lies. There's going to be a battle to do, might have already been, when it comes to this being invited towards something, being invited here to express your opinion. There's going to be some sort of to-ing and fro-ing within the situation as to get it right, to get this interview right. Nobody wants their business to be thought of as being unfair and run by bullies, do they? They're making a point here where you've been stuck. You can't say what you feel. Here is in reverse. You either let it go and go for another job with a journey, or you're being invited to an interview of some sort where your prayers may be answered. It may be found out what's been happening to you within this situation. That situation there, what I've just talked about, where you may be invited to an interview here to find out what's gone on, whichever way it is, you will be better off for it. So whether you let go of the situation and move on to another job, journey on, your prayers will be answered, in as much as you will end up being okay, grounded and supported with that Queen of Pentacles, and there will be a celebration over that. Or if they find out that you've been unfairly dismissed when it comes to this situation, and the politics of it comes out into the open when you have this interview over it, whichever way, these battles here will be resolved, and you will be the one celebrating and the one who's journeying on with that Two of Wands, the Three of Cups, you celebrating and journeying on and being in a much better place than you have been, because you've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is a very nurturing card, a card of looking after, number one here, looking after you within this situation. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. I feel as if I want to take one more card just to give you a one more little answer to this pile one. But yes, this situation, however it unfolds for you, there's battles going on, there's politics going on, but however it unfolds to you, you will be, the outcome is going to be a good one. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is a grounded, nurturing, looking after yourself, and it's coupled with that Three of Cups, which is about celebration, whichever way you look at this situation. Spirit guide, well, you're being guided, you're being protected. So whatever it is, you're being protected over this situation. Keep going. Your prayers are being answered here. Journey on. The letting go, maybe letting go of this particular job or this particular situation within your career and moving forward with something else. But politics here, lies here, will be enlightened over this situation. The fact that you can't speak about it at the moment may come to light when you are invited to that interview. That's when you decide. Hi pile 2, welcome to your reading. We're talking about careers, finances, personal growth within your career, and that sort of thing, aren't we? So let's just see what we've got for pile 2. We've got the Heart. Wow. The Heart. inertia, so that's ISA, that's something standstill going on here. Impasse, wow, that couldn't be any clearer. There's something stopped, or there's something standing still within your career, within your finances, or whatever it is. Oh, now you've got do not interfere, but the do not interfere is in reverse. That's in reverse. So it may be that you might have to speak about something here. Perhaps you have to get to the heart of the matter, because there's something going on within your career, your finances, or your personal growth within a job situation here that's stuck. There's something not moving. Now the do not interfere is in reverse, so to me that's saying you need to look at something here, get to the heart of the matter on this situation. Let's just see if I can get some tarot that will help you, pile 2, when it comes to your job, finances, that sort of thing. There's something not moving, there's something stuck. You have to do something about it. You have to get to the heart of the matter here when it comes to this situation. Let's just see what we're talking about. Right, so you've got projections. Now projections in this particular thing is about choices that you have to make. It's about choices you have. Now not all choices are what they seem. It may be that you've got too many choices, so you don't know which one to take within your career. You've got to get to the heart of the matter. You've got to make a move. You've got to take a choice. You've got to make a choice maybe over something and how you're seeing it. You've got to see through maybe the smoke. That's what I want to say. You've got to see through the smoke of it. You've got to get to the heart of the matter of this situation. Why is it stuck? Why is something not moving forward within your your workplace, your career, your jobs, your finances? Why is something not moving forward? And you've got to get to the heart of the matter. You've got to interfere. That do not interfere is in reverse. That's telling me you've got to make some sort of move over it. Now this integration in this pack, I'm trying to think what it's called, is temperance. Right, now integration in this pack is temperance, which is about putting balance back within a situation, and it's in reverse. So the situation here within your world is not balanced, and the only way to turn that the right way up is by speaking out and getting to the heart of the matter, because something is stuck right here with the impasse and the ISA, the inertia. Something is stuck. You've got to get to the heart of the matter by speaking out or doing something about it, because that integration, which is temperance, which is putting balance back, is in reverse. So something is going on that has sent you in this whirlwind, I want to say, of something that you don't know what to do about, but you have got to do something. You can't just sit on the sidelines here. The master, right, the master is in reverse as well. So again, you're not the master of this situation. You're not in charge of this situation, and the reason you're not in charge of this situation is because you are not doing anything about it. There's something stuck within your world, within your career, within your job, within your finances. You've got to get to the heart of the matter. You've got to take action here. You've got to see things from all angles, maybe with the projections. See it for what it is. Cut through the smoke, cut through the fog. It's off balance at the moment because there's an impasse here. You're not the master of this situation at the moment because you're not getting to the heart of the matter, if that makes sense there. Let's just have a look what else we've got, just to follow through with this. But there's definitely something stuck within your world that you can't get past, and you have got to make a move on it. You can't just leave it. It's out of balance. You're not on top of it. You're not the master of this situation at the moment. The heart of the matter here is getting this impasse, this stuckness, getting this gone, if that makes sense. Wow. You got the Three of Pentacles. Now the Three of Pentacles is about you or the situation being shared, moving it on, talking about it, getting your act together is what I want to say here. Getting your act together and going out and exploring new opportunities over this situation. It's under the card of choices. It's under the card of projections. That card there says there are choices out there. There are ideas. There are different ways you can do things. You've got to find your way with that Three of Pentacles. You've got to find your way to make this situation grow for you. Get into the heart of the matter, and that Three of Pentacles is what you've got to do. That's the idea. You've got to move forward by getting out and about, showing your worth, looking at things and selling yourself in some way here in order to get this job situation, this career off the ground, if that makes sense. It's stuck at the moment. You're not the master of it at the moment. It's out of balance at the moment. The do not interfere is in reverse, so that tells me you have to move forward with something. You have to interfere to get to the heart of the matter here. Wow. Now that Knight of Swords is a very fast moving card, but it's also a card of the intellect, a card of the mind. Now, it's crossing Temperance, which is in reverse. Your mindset is not balanced enough at the moment to see through the smoke, I should say, of this projections. Your mindset may be clouded. Maybe you're trying to rush something instead of really thinking about your next move here. If you look at the Three of Pentacles, it's a grounded, taking your time situation to do with your job or your career or your whatever it is, your project to get, and perhaps you're looking at your own career here. But with that Knight of Swords, it's telling you not to rush forward with your mind. Slow it down enough to get all the information, get to the heart of the matter on this. You know, dot the I's, cross the T's comes to mind when I'm looking at him, that Knight of Swords. Get all your information. See it from all the angles. Cut through the smoke, the smog of it. Cut through it so that you can be ready when it comes to selling yourself within this situation, if that makes sense. The Master is at the moment in reverse. Balance at the moment is in reverse. You not moving forward at the moment is in reverse. So let's just see what else we've got. Wow. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. Now the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning in a new career, because we're talking about careers, jobs and finances. It's a new beginning. It's you on top of your game, knowing what you want next and moving forward with it. You've got the Three of Pentacles there. This is you selling yourself over this situation. Say it's a new job. Say you're going for an interview. This is you selling yourself for this new job. This is your new beginning. But the cards are saying, get all the information you need about this job before you go for that interview. Cut through the smoke and look at all the different aspects of it. Get to the heart of the matter when it comes to balancing out what you want to do within this job. Become the master. It's in reverse at the moment. There's not enough information here for you to take your next step when it comes to the Ace of Pentacles, which is your new career, your new start. You need to be right on point here. The Master is in reverse, so it's crossing the Master in reverse. You haven't got enough information here. Maybe you're going for an interview. You need more information before you go for that interview. You need to get yourself really focused on it, ready for all the answers they're going to ask you within this interview, if that makes sense. If your mind is too clouded, rushing along, wondering, thinking you're going to just get it without the work going in to the interview, that's where it's going to be out of balance, and that's where it's not going to go any further within this situation when it comes to your career. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I'm going to take a couple more cards to follow through with the Ace of Pentacles and see what the next stages are of this. But you've got to get yourself prepared before you go into, say you're going for an interview for a new job. You've got to get yourself prepared before you go into that. Say you're going to the bank asking for a loan. You know, that's what's coming to mind as well. You've got to be prepared before they'll allow you to have a loan, haven't you? You've got to tell them what you're going to use it for. You've got to be prepared to tell them how you're going to pay it back. This sort of thing this is the feeling of pile 2. This is the feeling that I've got going on around me here. You've got a good new start you want to make. You're not the master of that yet because it's in reverse. You've got to get on top of the idea. You need to be informed more before you can go forward. That Knight of Swords, for instance, it's a card of the mind, but it's also, with it being a knight, it's action. It's taking action over a situation, and it's taking action over your mind rather than your emotions with that Seven of Cups, rather than what you feel. It's taking action with your mind. Become the master of your next move. We're talking about careers, we're talking about finances and jobs, that Three of Pentacles is you collaborating with other people, the bank manager, the interviewee, you know, the job that you're going for. You collaborating with this, getting your mindset on point, taking action with your mindset and getting all the information you need in order to get out of this idea of nothing moving, getting to the heart of the matter here. Wow. Oh, look at that. You've got the Two of Pentacles. Now you've got the Ace of Pentacles. That's the two. That's you juggling which way to go over this situation. Now the reason that you're still pondering on what way to go is because you need to get yourself in the mindset of the master. You need to be on top of everything. Get all your answers ready. Get all your techniques ready on how you're going to sell yourself over this situation, if that's making sense. Wow, look at that. You've got the Ace of Wands. You're going to ace it because the Ace of Wands is a card of power. It's a powerful card to have. And look at that. It's actually with the Ace of Pentacles, which is the new aspect of this situation. That Ace of Wands is the powerful force that you could bring to the table when it comes to this situation. There's a really good outcome here, but the cards are telling you in order for this outcome to become real, in order for this outcome to become a positive one and for it to move forward and become the, you know, you're moving forward with something you love, in order to do that, your mind, which is a card of action, needs to be informed and in balance. In order to grow it with that Ace of Pentacles there, you need to become the master of the situation. Informed, become the informed one. Know everything you need to know about where you're going, what you're going to do. So if you're going to go for the bank for a loan, just say, you need to have all your information. Perhaps you're going to the bank for a loan because you're after a new career, your own business. You've got to convince the bank, haven't you, that you are a viable lender, that you, in order for you to do this, you've got to get all your things ready, you know, your plans, so the bank can become convinced. That's one idea. If you're going for an interview for a job, you've got to be informed if you want to get that job. You've got to be the master of this particular thing. You've got to, with the Three of Pentacles, you've got to collaborate with this instead of being unbalanced over it. You've got to get yourself really in the mindset and not very, very knowledgeable on what you want to say within this interview, if that makes sense. This Two of Pentacles is you juggling how you're going to do it, the way you're going to do it, in order to get this impasse and this stuckness here moving forward. You've got to take action. You've got to get to the heart of the matter. The outcome with the Ace of Wands is a brilliant outcome to have, because it's a new creative idea of what you want to do. It's a powerful card to have. It's full of potential with that Ace of Wands. It's full of potential for your next move. I hope that's making sense. I'm just going to take one more card to see if I can get you an extra little message, pile 2. But if you're going for an interview, the cards are saying, if that's what we're talking about here for you, the cards are saying get yourself really informed on everything you can. If you're going for a loan from the bank, for instance, these are just examples, of course. The cards are saying make sure you've got all your plans ready for what you want to do, why you want that loan and how you can pay it back. It's about information. Don't be scattered. Take action with the mind here. Take action with the mind and get it into balance by becoming the master, which is not in balance at the moment, the master of your next move. I hope that makes sense. Life purpose. Wow. You've got life purpose, and this is the purpose of this. This is your life purpose at the moment. This is the purpose that you need to process in order to move forward with this idea of your next financial move, or your next job, or your next growth when it comes to your finances. I hope that makes sense for pile 2. Have a good day. Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. Let's just see what you've got. We're talking about careers, finances, jobs. Pile 3, let's have a look what you've got. You've got the box, right, message with answers, quest, wow, that's related to the throat chakra and communication. Draw a line, wow, well your draw a line is in reverse. So this little bit here, what I'm talking about now, is about you getting out of this box and going for something, not drawing a line here and keeping yourself stuck here. This is about you getting out of this box, getting out of this idea of stuckness just there. You're on a quest, and there may be a message within this reading as I'm about to do it to help you move forward with something. That draw a line is in reverse. There's no lines here. This is about you getting out of the box, getting out of this situation that you're in. Let's just see if I can get 3 tarot first to enlighten us as to what we're doing next with this. But up to now, the cards are saying you've got to, you may be feeling boxed in maybe with something. But the cards, the draw a line is in reverse. So it is saying that you can get out of this. And there's a quest to do with communication maybe, and a message. You've got communication here and you've got a message. So let's just see as the reading goes on what we're talking about. Right, integration. Now integration in this particular pack is about temperance. It's about putting balance back within a situation. It's about balancing what you want to do maybe with what you have to do. There's a quest you're on here. It's a communication that you're waiting for maybe, with a message to share. It's a communication of some sort. You may be waiting for communication before you decide your next move with this integration. Before you decide which way to go, you may be waiting for some sort of communication here. Let's have a look. Sorrow, wow. We've got that 9 of Swords. You are sitting in this place of not knowing what to do next. You've got the box. You've got that tarot, that card that says sorrow, which is the 9 of Swords. It's as if you're boxed in over here. This is how I'm feeling right now. You're boxed in over something. Drawing a line is in reverse. You can't draw a line over this because you are waiting for a communication here with that quest card. You're waiting for this communication. You're waiting for a message before you can move forward. We're talking about careers, jobs and finances. You may be waiting for a letter to say you've got a job before you can get out of this box that you're in, before you can get out of this, and before you can draw a line on the past maybe here. The integration is putting the balance back between this when it comes to finances, careers, and you moving up the ladder within your career. You're waiting for the message. New vision. Now the new vision card, which is the Hangman, is in reverse. You're not seeing anything at the moment. You're not seeing a new path. You're not seeing your next move. You're not seeing how you can move something forward, because you are in this box of waiting. This box where you can't draw a line over it because you're waiting for a message. You're on a quest. The communication here is what's stuck. This is where it's stuck here with this message and this communication here. It's stuck. It's not helping you to see new vision. It's not helping you to move away. It's not helping you to stay in balance because you're on a waiting game here. Let me just see if I can get 3 more tarot to see if there's anything else you can do at the moment, because it looks to me like you can't really do anything until you get this communication, this message that you're waiting for. So let's just see what it is. We're talking about careers, finances, and your growth within your career and your finances. Wow, look at that. You've got the King of Pentacles. It's actually, that King of Pentacles is actually crossing balance. Balance within this situation. The King of Pentacles couldn't be a better card to have. The King of Pentacles, I always call him the King of Plenty, because there's lots of resources here. Within this King of Pentacles, there's so much potential here. There's so many resources here to do with your personal, financial, down-to-earth growth, because the King of Pentacles is all about finances and down-to-earth things. It's crossing the balance. Now, it may be that because you haven't got this message through yet, you're still in this situation with the box where you're boxed in, you don't know what to do, and you're waiting for a message to come, something that will help you to move forward on your quest. That King of Pentacles in this instance couldn't be a better card to have, because it's saying communication is about to be brought to you. This quest that you've been on for communication is about to come to you. The message is about to appear, if it hasn't already, which will get you out of this mindset of sorrow and not seeing this new vision within your world. So let's just see what else we've got. Wow. That Knight of Wands is the action card. It's action, but it's action in a very powerful way. I do feel as if you haven't had it yet, your quest for this communication, for this message to come, is on its way, if it hasn't already happened for you. The message for you, I can't say whether it's going to be a really fantastic message that you want to hear, or whether it's going to be a message that you don't want to hear. But I can tell you this, whatever this message is, it then frees you up with that King of Pentacles and that Knight of Wands to take action, to get yourself out of this box, to draw a line over it, to not see it so stuck with that new vision in reverse, to balance the situation out. Your communication is on its way. Good or bad at the moment, your communication is on its way. It's going to allow you to move forward in a dynamic way with the Knight of Wands, a fast and dynamic way. It's going to allow you to move forward and get yourself out of this box that you're in when it comes to the box and sorrow. Okay, right, okay. So we've got the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is about letting something go. It could be a painful letting go of something. The new vision here, which is the Hangman, which is normally seeing things in a different way, you know, seeing the potential in something. It's in reverse. You don't see the potential in something here. Now you've got the Three of Swords, which is about letting something go in a painful way. But that does not take away the fact that once this communication is heard and the quest for this communication is brought to the light, you can then, with the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is a dynamic card of action, the King of Pentacles is the resources, absolutely full of resources that you can achieve once you're out of the box. So once you get this communication, like I said before this card was turned over, good or bad, in your favour or not, if it was coming for a job, say you didn't get the job, say you didn't get the bank loan. What I'm saying, whatever it is, whether it's good or bad within your favour, you can let go of this painful waiting game that you've been in with the Sorrow card inside the box. You can let go of that. You can draw a line over it. Draw a line is in reverse at the moment, so you're not drawing a line over it. But once this communication comes one way or the other, you can draw a line over it, get yourself out of the box, get yourself out of this mindset of sorrow, let it go, and move on to your next phase, whatever it is within this situation. Never say never is what I want to say here. I'm going to take 2 more cards just to follow on from that 3 of hearts, 3 of swords rather, which is a heartfelt thing. It's a card of choice. It's a card of making a choice, and it may be a painful one, but like I've said, whatever it is that you're waiting for to get yourself out of this situation of sorrow and being boxed in here, the message, these 2 cards, these 2 very dynamic and wonderful cards, are saying it may be painful to let go of something, but there's so much opportunity in the wings here. And the Knight of Wands is such a dynamic card of action and moving forward with speed that, you know, you have to let go of something maybe here in order for this to happen. Right, there you go. There's the answer to that letting go. That is a very, very heavy load. That 10 of Wands is the heavy load, the heavy burden that you've been carrying, waiting for something here, waiting for a message here. You've been boxed in. You haven't been able to draw a line over it. You've not seen new vision over it because you've been in sorrow over it. You've been waiting. It's a waiting game. You've been waiting for the message. You've been waiting for a communication. The communication may be something you have to let go of. But at the same time as you're letting go of this, you're also letting go of this very heavy load that's been on your shoulders. Once this is gone, the dynamics here of the King of Pentacles, the card of so many potential choices within this situation, the card of plenty, the card of picking out through all the different things you could do, all your experience maybe over. If you were looking for another job, for instance, you've been waiting for communication and you didn't get it, you've got so much experience that you can now get out of this mindset of being stuck, move forward, look for something that you're going to love, and get rid of this idea that you've got to let this painful situation go in order to move forward. That, and to get rid of this heaviness there. With that 10 of Wands, you've got to let it go. The dynamics of that Knight of Wands is a fast, powerful card, a card of action. You've got to take action to let something go here. Wow. Look at that. You've got that 3 of Wands. It's a powerful card. You've got a card of action. You've got the Knight of Wands, which is you taking action in a powerful way. And a fast way, I might say. That 3 of Wands is you moving forward with it, whatever it is that's going on here. We are talking about careers. We're talking about jobs and finances. Letting go of something that's boxed you in and caused you sorrow and caused you a heavy burden here. Well, you know, it's a no-brainer. Get rid of it. Draw a line over it. You haven't at the moment. Draw a line over it. Bring it back into balance. And then as you get rid of this, with this message and this quest, waiting for the answers to something, things will move. It's been heavy. It's going to be hard to move forward maybe. Painful even. But look at the 3 cards here. You've got the King of Pentacles, the King of getting things, so much potential here with the King of Pentacles. He's got all sorts you could be doing here. You've got that Knight of Wands, which is a card of action, a dynamic card, fast action. And that Three of Wands tells me that you're going places. Just got to get rid of this thing that's dragged you down here. You've just got to get rid of it in order to go forward with new quests, new communications. I'm going to take one more card here. Actually, I do feel as if for this pile, I just want to take one more card after that Three of Wands, just to follow through to see if there's anything else I need to say about it. I think it's the one on the bottom. I'm feeling that one. Let's have a look what it is. Wow. The Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is you looking at the new potential, deeply looking within the new potential. You need to look for something that you really love, that you are going to enjoy doing. That's your quest. Your quest with the Queen of Cups here is to look deep within what you want to do. Letting go of heartache, letting go of the mindset of being boxed in is what I want to say. Let go of that. Look at the dynamics of the Knight of Wands, the powerful action card of getting things done, growing something in a different way. That Queen of Cups is the heart of this. It's how you've been feeling. But in order to let these feelings go, you know, the feelings of sorrow, the feelings of heaviness, not seeing new vision, not drawing a line over it, feeling boxed in, the feelings that you have over this situation, it's time to let it go. Move forward. Your quest now is to move forward with action. The potential within that, when you do move forward, is that of the King of Pentacles, a wonderful card to have for potential here and what you could do over this. There's you with the Three of Wands moving forward on this quest. I hope that makes sense there. I'm just going to take now one more card just to see if we can get an extra little message here. But the Queen of Cups tells me that you've been really feeling this in a very, very deep way, feeling the sorrow of this, feeling boxed in. It's time to get out of that. It's time to go move forward with action of that Knight of Wands. Move forward and go towards your new job, getting rid of this heaviness, if that makes sense. Spirit guide. I think we had that before, but you're guided. You're guided here. You are safe in your next move. You've just got to get away from this feeling boxed in and this heaviness, as if nothing's coming your way here. Your vision is clouded because it's in reverse. You feel as if everything's going against you. You've got to draw a line. Now, you haven't been drawing a line because it's in reverse, but you've now got to draw a line on this. And then get rid of it. It might be painful to do, but get rid of it, because in order for you to move forward, you've got to take the dynamics of the Knight of Wands, which is a card of action, powerful card to have. All the choices and the potential you have with that King of Pentacles, move forward with the Three of Wands, and you are guided to do this. You are going to be protected as you do this. I hope that helps pile 3. Have a good day.